Rich noticed how I was struggling in my network marketing business. And I noticed how he was banking $10,000 checks and commissions while I was making only $150 in this thing called Luca. But he took me under his wing as his protege. And I applied his techniques to my blog. And I made my first $1,000 online. So I was like, wow, my first $1,000 bucks? Heck yeah. This Jersey girl's about to go shopping. So, needless to say, I actually spent 12 years, like JT was talking about. I spent more than 20 years altogether struggling in network marketing, trying to get prospects, trying to get, do all the old school stuff, cold calling, talk with somebody within 3 feet of you in the elevator, None of that shit worked. I wanted to do something fun, something that would really mean something, to give back, to promote change. So I said, enough. And I left the company to embark on a new journey, a new path to become an internet marketer. And I started studying more about online marketing, video marketing, and SEO. I even compiled a list of names of the people that I met, and all these people reached out to me to interview them. And then I said, could you do me a favor? Could you endorse me with like a quick testimonial? You ever get that? Y'all need testimonials when you're building up your credibility for the first time. They're helpful. It's hard to establish credibility in this industry when you're going up against the big dogs. And that's what was my problem. Nobody knew who I was. They didn't know me from the door on the wall. They didn't know. I had to make a name for myself. I had to build my own brand, and I had to focus on giving value in the marketplace. But I had a lot to learn. So everything pretty much seemed to be going all right until Rich, I know he's listening. Rich's MLM company got shut down. And he lost his entire downline as well as his 6-figure income. And on top of that, my parents, both my mom and dad, weren't too happy. And at that time, my parents were not supportive of me doing online marketing. They weren't even supportive of me doing network marketing, so it didn't really matter. That's what their mindset was, right? Can anybody relate to that? Yeah. So my dad confronted Rich and said, listen, man, I like you, but if you can't pay your rent, you gotta go. Kicked him out. I said, whoa, wait a minute, Dad, what are you talking about? Why are you gonna do that? Why are you gonna kick Rich out? That's not right. Like, in a situation like this, you would expect a parent would be supportive and say, all right, well, let's wait for the man to get back on his feet, and we'll let him live here a little bit. He could pay a little bit of rent, whatever he could afford, until he get back on his feet. Dad wasn't hearing that. My dad is a retired Air Force veteran. Hard man. God rest his soul. So I was at this point worried, and I stood up to my dad, and I said, Dad, if you kick him out, then I got to go too. And I'm taking your grandchild with me. Now, mind you, I didn't know where I was going to go after this. And here I am not knowing what lies ahead, but excited to see what my life is going to be like to live in Massachusetts. And this is the first time I ever left my home state and moved, so you bet your ass I was uncomfortable. Even my nerves got me so messed up, and I had to drive and follow Rich, driving a moving truck with my 5-year-old son in the moving truck on the way to Massachusetts. I never left Jersey before. I don't like driving long distances, do y'all? Makes me nervous. But that's what I had to do. Mama got to do what she got to do for her baby. This is the friend's house that we ended up staying at. And Rich only had enough to afford about a few months' rent, and we lived in the attic space on this 3rd floor. We slept on a bubble mattress, okay? And the reason why we lived in that part of the neighborhood and we lived in that attic space because that was all we could afford, and Rich was already scheduled to have a job interview to get his job back at Best Buy. Remember, I said he had a six-figure, let me repeat myself. He had a 6-figure income as a top earner online, lost it all, went back, showed face, and got his job back. How many of you guys got the guts to do that? Things just kept getting worse, guys. And the landlord lady got into a big fight with her boyfriend, came upstairs on the 3rd floor and told me, Ace and Rich, y'all gotta go. Y'all can't stay here any longer. But there is another way. How about you come move with me in this trailer over here? You can pay the same amount of rent if you want. Wait till you get back on your feet. And again, we went and we slept in this /bedroom closet, no bigger than this corner right here, with bubble mattresses and my son. That's all we had. Then all of a sudden, while the landlord was away on vacation, I can remember it like it was yesterday. I got a text message on my phone. It said, get out of the house. They coming. I text back, who is it? Who's coming? The guys, the drug dealers, and the robbers are coming to clean house. If they find you and your son there, I guarantee you, you ain't gonna be pretty. So I got into fight or flight mode, went into survival mode, grabbed all my stuff, threw them in bags, everything. Rich was at work at the time, and I'm running like a crazy person in the house. Angel, grab the toys, let's go. All right, he was like, Mommy, what's going on? I don't know. Child doesn't know what's going on, 5 years old, okay? Just listen to Mommy, put everything in a bag. Rich comes walking through the door and says, why is everything in the car? We got to go. We ain't staying here anymore. Something's gonna happen, let's go. And that's how we ended up in the Motel 6. Wow. First time you guys hear about this. So I did all I could in finding an apartment, and everyone told me, Anastasia, you don't make enough money, you don't even have a job, maybe you should get a job, pretty much, Anastasia, let's put you on a waiting list, get on welfare, get on food stamps, that'll hold you over a little bit. I'm living in a Motel 6. And you want to know, I never stopped blogging when I was in Motel 6. Rich was across the street working at Best Buy, and I was living in a Motel 6 blogging. And I didn't let this stuff stop me. Some of y'all let the littlest things stop you. Stop that shit. Stop it. Do you want success bad enough that you could breathe? I don't hear it. Yeah. That's what I thought. You got to do what you got to do to survive. But when you're building a business, put all those little petty things aside and put your dreams in front of you first. And that's when I ended up in there. I found an apartment. I never quit. Been there over 5 years now. So I'm really happy to say that I did find that apartment. We live there now. And I love this quote that I want to share with you guys by Pablo Picasso. It's one of my favorite painters. He said, inspiration exists but has to find you working. Inspiration exists, has to find you working. Let that marinate a little bit. Here I am in my new apartment. I'm like reading lots of personal development books. No couches, no utensils to eat with. We went to the Dollar Tree to get some plastic forks and spoons and stuff with Rich's little bit of money that he had. A rice cooker that was given to me by Rich's mom. Mind you, I did find every recipe I could find on Pinterest to put in that thing. And the only things we bought with Rich's check, this is what we did. Take note. If you ever were to start from the very beginning to go from 0 to 10,000 and you were in my situation, you better have internet. That is like blood, fuel to your business. You better have internet. And you better have a laptop. Can't build a business without one. Don't give me that. Can I build my business from my mobile device? Yes, I know you can now, yes. But at that time, that wasn't my thought. I said, let's get a laptop. And Rich also invested some money, not only into a desk, but a whiteboard, so he could build formulas and get in his groove, start putting all these formulas on how to build online. And a camera, so we could use the camera to make videos. Now, I guess you could say with doing some video marketing in that apartment with little that we had, we did pretty good. Made number 3 on a couple of company boards. Some different companies probably recognize there that leaderboard look like there. All we did was free marketing. That's all we had, no money for traffic. We didn't know. Okay? I wrote 2 blog posts a day on 2 blogs. That's a lot of writing. My blog post was probably as long as maybe 3,000 words. It was a lot, but I was hungry. And all we did was free marketing, blogging, that's it, videos. That's all we could do. And we survived on making $11,000 within that 3-year period, struggling in those companies. So our situation went from bad to even more worse. And so Rich and I got creative. I started sharing some ideas with him. And we leveraged attraction marketing and video live streams, and we hosted different themes like this one here called Beer and Chocolate.